What's up, guys? Got another UFC video here today. It's going to be on the UFC Fight Night card, LINEKER versus Dodson. So let's go ahead and get started here. This video is going to be on the Fight Pass prelims only, FS2 prelims, and the FS1 main card. I'll be doing videos on separately, so be on the lookout for those. They'll be coming out, pretty soon, just after this video. So yeah, stay tuned. So let's go ahead and get started here, guys. So first fight of the night, we got Kelly Fashels against Ketlin Vieira. Vieira is making her UFC debut. Fashels fought I want to say not too long ago, but feels kind of long. But she fought, I think, this year against Lauren Murphy. So let's go ahead and open up their pages real quick. Give you guys a little bit of quick info on them. Alright, so here's Kelly's page. Her summary is Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, 5'8", 67-inch reach. Yeah, February 21st, and she lost in the third round by a KO/TKO. Let's see, 1 first round finish, 3 wins by submission, 2 rear naked choke, and guillotine. Sorry about that, guys. Anyways. So yeah, here's what, pretty much a little summary right here. Purple belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu under David Terrell. But yeah, anyways, her performance against Murphy wasn't too bad at all. As you can see, the strikes, she landed a shit ton of strikes. Her boxing and her counter striking looked decent. And besides that, also she gassed. So I mean, it was a short this fight, so I don't expect her to gas every fight, but I want to say her weaknesses would be her gassing, and I don't really remember her having takedown defense, but Murphy only had 1 takedown on her. Her strengths obviously would be her boxing and her Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. Let's go ahead and go on to Ketlin's page here. Summary is Judo and Jiu-Jitsu, undefeated fighter, 25 years old, 5'8" also. 3 wins by submission, 2 rear naked choke, 1 Kimura, and 2 by knockout, 3 first round finishes. And obviously she's fighting, over there in Brazil, and obviously sometimes there's not like high level opponents over there for her. While as Kelly here fought Murphy, who's a really high level bantamweight. So obviously Vieira here hasn't fought high level competition yet. This is going to be like her first kind of little test here. But as you can see right here, she has some titles here. Brazilian wrestling champion in 2009, bronze medal in Brazilian nationals in 2010, bronze medal in college Olympics in 2014, champion of Mr. Cage championships in MMA at 135 pounds. Favorite grappling technique, takedown. So she likes using takedowns. Obviously she has a judo background, which obviously is useful. As you guys can see right there, started to train jiu-jitsu when I was 12 years old. After a while I started training judo. So I seen one of her fights, and yeah, she has a good judo toss. Obviously if you get near her, she's going to toss you. So she has that. Her striking is a little bit wild, so that's something to note there. But she does throw a lot of volume, same as Kelly. Both of them throw a lot of volume, whereas I feel Kelly's a little bit more sharper on the feet with her boxing. I expect Vieira to have the better kicks. Overall, the striking advantage, I'm gonna slightly lean towards Kelly here on the striking, but with the ground game and the takedowns, I'm gonna go ahead and go with Vieira here. I think obviously her judo and jiu-jitsu background here is good enough. I mean, Brazilian wrestling champion in 2009. I mean, I know that they're Brazilian and whatnot. Obviously the wrestling isn't as good as over here in the USA and whatnot, but obviously she's still good decent wrestling skills. If Murphy was able to get Fashels down, I think Vieira here, who looks pretty big for the weight class, I want to say, should be able to get a takedown on Fashels and maybe work some sort of submission. But obviously Fashels also has Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu game, so there's that to note also. I just feel that Vieira here, is the underdog here that could come through. She's not really a big underdog anymore, only plus 100, so yeah, it's pretty much a pick'em here. I'm going to go ahead and take the underdog, guys. We've seen Kelly fight. You know, she looked good, but I feel Vieira here should look a lot better. So I'm going to go ahead and pick Vieira to win this fight. Do I see a finish? I mean, Vieira's a finisher. So you know what? Let's go ahead and just say it's going to be a third round submission win. So Vieira, third round submission. Next fight here, Cody East against Curtis Blades. Two heavyweights, you know, big heavyweights. I'm going to make this pretty quick and easy. First of all, East lost his debut, and so did Blades. Blades fought Ngannou, who's a straight up beast and just huge and extremely powerful and a really good striker. Lots of power. And East fought Walt Harris, who is 0-3 in the UFC. He's also in this card also. He's right there. I mean, there he is. That's Walt Harris right there. That guy, you know, I think he's kind of old too. Well, not hella old, but you know, he's getting older and whatnot. Anyways, he took out Cody East, and a lot of people were counting out Walt Harris, like I was. I saw East winning the fight. Trains at Jackson's and whatnot. Decent boxing, has wrestling, and ended up still losing in the first round by knockout. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and count out East this time. I'm going to go ahead and pick Curtis Blades, guys. This guy has a better chin. He's bigger. He's going to be stronger. Obviously, he's going to have more power. I just feel Blades here also has the better wrestling, and he actually uses it in his fights. You know, and he was able to take down Ngannou. So this guy's a better wrestler. He's more explosive. He's bigger and stronger. And when on the feet, I want to say East here might be a bit sharper with the striking, but I just feel Blades here to land either a clean shot or take him down and, you know, work some ground and pound or something like that. So I'm going to go ahead and take Curtis Blades here, and I do see a finish happening here. I say it's going to be a second round knockout. So second round knockout for Blades. Moving on, Wilson against Cutelaba. Wilson here let me down against Henrique da Silva, aka Frankenstein, where I picked Wilson against Frankenstein, and Frankenstein obviously was making his UFC debut. We know how that goes. And yeah, he actually ended up stopping Wilson in the second round. Wilson wasn't doing too bad, but man, Silva was able to get that win. But yeah, he let me down in that fight. Cutelaba, I picked him to as an underdog against Serkunov. I thought this guy's striking and, you know, his wrestling, like his explosiveness and whatnot, should be enough. Serkunov just a damn beast, but I think in this fight it should be enough. I think Cutelaba here could get a knockout win. Wilson's obviously been finished before. Cutelaba has tons of power. He's mobile. Doesn't throw a lot of volume, but he throws a lot of power. Decent takedown defense, and I just feel Cutelaba here should be able to get the win, guys. But of course, Wilson does have some power of his own. You know, he's explosive also. So the fight, you know, it's not a heavyweight fight. It's not a heavyweight fight, but still, you know, it's not like it's gonna be like for sure a win for Cutelaba or something like that. As you can see, Cutelaba was only 155. But yeah, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and take Cutelaba. I just think he's also very tough and durable, whereas Wilson also gasses in his fight. So I'm gonna go ahead and take Cutelaba here, and I see a knockout happening here, also in the second round. So second round by knockout, Cutelaba. Moving on to the feature fight on the Fight Pass prelims, marquardt against mccrory. Another easy pick here. Well, not easy, but I'm gonna make it quick. I'm gonna go ahead and pick Nate Marquardt, guys. I always count this guy out, and then when I count him out, I don't know where he gets a knockout win, like against C.B. Dalloway, or he gets a submission win against Tahuna. Obviously, he loses a lot more than he wins, but the thing is, you know, you can't underestimate Marquardt. This guy has power. He has good submission skills. Yeah, his chin isn't as good anymore, and his durability isn't as good anymore, but mccrory here's coming off a vicious first round knockout. I think it was like in the first minute. He got knocked out badly. Didn't even get him the chin. Got knocked out, you know, stiffed by Jocko, who I want to say wasn't even a power puncher. So now he's fighting Marquardt, who for sure has tons of power. His technique may not be the best or as good as Jocko, but man, that guy has tons of power. And yeah, I think Marquardt here could get could land a shot in there that could hurt mccrory. If for some reason he goes to the ground, I think Marquardt could hold his own in the ground. Both these guys are good on the ground. Marquardt has great submission skills also. mccrory, I mean, you never know. This is MMA. You know, mccrory might just come in looking super refreshed and might just knock out Marquardt in the first round. You know, it's very possible. But at the same time, I feel Marquardt here could win this fight. mccrory's coming off that vicious knockout. Marquardt, not as durable, but man, this guy still has tons of power. Lands that shot, it's going to be over. So I'm going to go to pick Nate Marquardt here as my underdog of the card here. This guy's the underdog I need for sure to come through. I'm going to use him on lineups, and hopefully he comes through, you know, on DraftKings. But yeah, this guy is my underdog who I really think can come through here against Tamdan. So I'm going to go ahead and take Marquardt to win. I'm going to go ahead and take him to win by knockout. And I'm going to go ahead and say it's going to happen in the second round also. So second round knockout for Marquardt. So let's go ahead and recap here. Vieira, third round submission. Blades, second round knockout. Vitaleba, second round knockout. And of course Marquardt, second round knockout. So that's going to be it, guys, for this video. Let me know what you guys think about these picks. I know some people might want to go Fashols against Vieira. But yeah, I think they're gonna get it done. I know a lot of people are gonna be going for McCrory, of course. You know, that guy's pretty good striker, good grappling, and also, you know, younger, doesn't have as much wear and tear as Marquardt. But I just feel Marquardt has the experience, he has the power, and he knows he has to hit that chin also, and you know, he can knock him out. So yeah. Anyways, let me know what you guys think of my picks. That's gonna be it for this video. Stay tuned for the next one. If you guys haven't joined DraftKings for whatever reason, join now. I got the link in the description below. Let's go ahead and make some of this money. You know, especially if you guys are really good with your picks and are at least getting, like, let's say this card has how much fights? We got, what's that? 4, 4, 4. We got 12 fights here. If you can get 8 out of 12 picks right, I would say that's pretty good. So if you guys are good with your picks like that, join DraftKings. Let's try to make some money here. Anyways, that's going to be it. Thanks for watching, and yeah, catch you guys in the next video.